Good afternoon, everyone. Those of you do not know me, my name is Kandar Baga. I do a little bit of technology at Proteus, and uh, today, what do we want to say or discuss today in this session is uh, a little bit of what is happening in the market. I'm sure all of you are following the tech news and you are fully aware of it. The YouTube is full of AI, and if you search on the internet, if you search anything, AI comes. So even if you search for a washing machine, AI comes in. So today, what we also will do is that we also try to give an idea of the direction in which the industry is working. Also try to figure out what we are doing and how we are implementing AI. So those of who are into consulting business, they can also take a few lessons out of this and share our experience, take this experience, implement in your products, in your solutions also. Maybe you can, enhance it a little more than what we are doing and then use it. So that's the objective of this. And yes, there is a few live demo also in this. So I'll also show that. So this is primarily, it's not generic AI. This is primarily considering how, what kind of use cases that can be implemented in enterprise application. So on one, kind of a disclaimer, in the today's AI landscape, practically what is happening is that every week something or other is coming new. So it is even hard for us to keep up. I mean, around 1 year back when we were working on an AI project, we are trying to, we implemented more than 3 man-months of effort in optimizing the cost. And by the time we implemented the product, the cost has gone down so significantly. Now we feel that the 3 months time that we wasted in optimizing the AI cost or the AI, cost is totally waste. So it's changing every week. I mean, if it is not days. So so many of these discussions are probably will be outdated when we probably next time meet. So keeping that in mind. So what is happening? We were doing a bit of a research on the what is happening in the market, what people are doing before any product we or any feature we try to implement. We figure out we try to figure out what people are doing or what industry is doing in general. So I came across many of the. Also attended a few strategy seminars or events in which they're talking about the future of AI. So most of the consulting organizations are trying to tell their customers, if you don't use AI, you will die. So if you have to if you go to one kind of a AI session for 1 hour, and in the end 1 hour the only takeaway is this. So so very little detail of how they are supposed to use AI, what AI can benefit them, nothing like that. This is a once in a decade event. Earlier than this, iPhone had come. Before this, Windows GUI had come. Before that, computer was invented, and this is AI is taking over. So also there are a lot of concerns. Yes, I agree with some of the concerns, and we will also talk about how we are addressing some of the concerns of the AI. Then business are like scratching their head, because with that one line that if you don't adopt AI, you are going to die. Nothing can be done. No business head can take a decision, or nobody can really, decide what it means. So practically everyone is thinking, okay, let's see what comes. So it's kind of a wait and watch. Some companies, we are fortunate, some of our customers are experimenting with us along with this, and we have rolled out a few projects also using AI. The software companies are experimenting, doing skill development, figuring it out at this time. But I think, I'm not trying to boast myself, but I would like to let you know that we have some features which is live on Proteus Vision software at this point of time, which is using AI. So this is what in the typically what industry is doing. So let's look at what what are the issues that are there in using AI. Like many people are not aware of how exactly to be used. Like, chat GPT is there. Yes, you can go and ask a question, it will give an answer. You can ask it to write a poetry, it will write a poetry for you. Some people say that you go and, yes, our developers are using, right? They go to the chat GPT console and say, "Okay, write a SQL for this," and it writes a SQL for them. This all works fine, but like, it's more of like a, you can say that, like all those classic, like you go to type an email, it prompts the next word. So that's not really effectively utilizing AI, or it is not, AI is not taking over your email, right? Just that is kind of a sidekick to you. And that is why, many of these companies are saying that this is just an assistant. But what we see is that it is not going to be an assistant. And in many ways, more than many ways, it is going to actually do things for you which takes hours, and it can do instantly. That's what is our thought process, and that is the direction we are working on. Accuracy is there. I mean, earlier AI or any statistical algorithm for that matter, if you ask a statistician that can you forecast this for me, and if you say that what would be the accuracy value, it would be around 75%. If you say that can you do this mathematical model and tell me whether it is going to rain in Mumbai tomorrow or no, the accuracy was very low. I mean, even today it is very low actually. But that kind of accuracy is okay for, rain forecasting. That kind of accuracy is okay for, like, doing some kind of a market trend analysis. But if you have to take decision, for example, if you ask system to give a command to the software, and if it throws an information which is 95% accurate, that is not good enough. So it requires 100%, if not 100%, 98%, 99.9% accuracy. And that, I believe, will be achievable. Even today, in many use cases, it is achievable. But not in all use cases. We will talk about some of that also, kind of use cases in which we are getting high amount of accuracy. It requires a large computing resource to train the AI on your data. Like, if you have got private data, you don't want the data to be in Google, or you don't want the data to be available on the internet. And on that data, if you want to use AI, it is compute intensive. But as I said, every week, the prices of this training model, or the efficiency or the resource required to train these models, are coming down significantly. Also, I mean, the software, the way, like, it is going to be same thing like how character based interface were there, where, there was no mouse, and when mouse came, you needed a different way that software had to work. Now, the same thing is going to happen with AI. The user interface is going to be significantly different. Okay. And we believe that one of the things that is going to happen is that your data, like, since computer now can understand the spoken language, so your interface is not going to be input or a data entry form. So the data entry form is going to go away when, probably next 2 years. So everything is going to, the entire user interface is going to, is up for a complete revamp. And, people are doing different kind of experiments. So some of the experiment we are doing, I will also showcase them. All right. So we have used AI in many of our use cases, and these AI 6 area in which the AI is available. This is usable even now. Currently, I'm going to demonstrate them and how it can be used. But it's like you can't go and just try it out, because as you know, AI requires a little bit of training, like, a little bit of uh, some kind of a process in which your data is taken and given to the AI engine to learn from it. Okay, and it requires a guided learning. So there is a little bit of effort. Is if you just switch to another tab and go to Proteus Vision and try to give this command, some of them might work. I'm not saying that nothing will work, but many of them would not, because we need to train using on your data. So that's the point. So let me just quickly jump and show some of these things that we have done recently in the order of latest one first and then the older one last, because some of you must have seen the older one, so I don't want to repeat them. So what we are trying to do is that with this AI, so your documents and your transactions, they are kind of overlapping. The documents are going and becoming part of the transaction. The transactions are going and becoming part of the documents. So that's one of the convergence that is happening. So let me switch to switch to the demo. Yeah, I'll log in. So this is I'm doing from our staging server. I'll log into this. It's too far for me to see actually. All right. So this is I'm sure many of you it is familiar. Nothing new here. So how the documents? Let me how the documents are becoming convergence. There is a new option here. It is called explore documents with AI. So what you can do in this is that you can earlier also you must have seen that there is a way that you can search using the document. So those searches were actually kind of keyword search, like you give the word, then it searched based on the word. So now it is fully AI powered. So what I can do is that I can say that suppose I have uploaded all my documents and trained the AI engine already. So now I'm not going to be training them again. So I can go here and select this search. I have, just for sake of saving time, I have copied this text and saved it. So which SOPs are applicable for yeah. So I can just ask this kind of a question. So I can just go here and search. So what it does is that it searches the document in which this is not that these words are appearing. Actually, this meaning is appearing. Probably if you take each of these words and search, it will not be there anymore. So it says that SOP for cleaning of this material comes in. You can click on this and you can see the document right here. Okay. So this is how earlier when you had to search, I mean, I must have demonstrated to many of you the search facility where you can search inside the document, but it used to take very long and it is not going to search in an intelligent manner. Okay. So this is one new feature. Like also I can do things like I can ask questions also inside this. So what I can do in this is that suppose say there are certain SOPs and all those are there, and I can go here and I can say that ask get answer, and I can say here. So I ask this question. So what it can do is that it can. Okay, what I'll do is that I'll try to mirror the screen. Yeah, that's okay. So it directly gives me an answer, and you'll see all relevant details like batch number, manufacturing, expiry date, storage condition are mentioned in the label. This need to be ensured. Okay, so how does it know? So it automatically refers this document. Okay, so inside this document, this text would be there somewhere. Yeah, this is. So from here, it pulled out the answer. Okay, so it is not that you can, so any question that is there inside document, you don't need to do anything actually in doing this. So what needs to be done is that if I have to use this feature in my solution, then first thing that I'll have to do is that I'll have to define this document types here. In the document type, I'll have to mention that I need this document to be indexed in my AI. Okay. So this is the document. In this document, I need to just enable the shift the projector a little. Yeah, I just need to enable the the AI. So and once I do this, then it is automatically going to get sorry, is automatically going to get indexed. And once I have defined this document type, so this is just give me a second. I'll switch to switch to the screen. So yeah, all I have to do is that if I have to bring in another document or any kind of document into it, so all I have to do is go into this document. Okay, content library. This also, if you those who are using document management, you are familiar with it. So I'm selecting a standard operating procedure. Then I select a PDF file, and I go here, and I can go into this and say work from home policy. Suppose so. I can just select this and say done. So it's actually right now it is on the server side, it is indexing using AI. Okay. So once I do this, then I can go and I can ask question about this, or I can, so this will show me here. This is a work from home policy document I attached. So now it is ready for me to do AI using this. So, and I can use, like, it all depends on how much of AI storage space, and you can, here now once it is there, this document is there. Now I can ask a question which is related to this. Okay. So I can say that for what reason I can, let's say that I can ask a question on this. Let's say, answer for what reason work from home can be done. This text is not appearing probably anywhere. So even if it, like, it kind of, it takes because it is takes a while because it is not in this. It automatically work from home can be done. Reasons such as parenting, bad weather, and emergencies. So I just uploaded this document, and it is there in this document. So now it is, imagine, like, what you could do by going to Google and, with public internet document, you can, somewhere there, I need to find, because I have also not read this document. So here you can say parenting, bad weather, and emergency. So these are pulled out and it is answered directly from here. Or I can ask, there are many other things like, what are the type of, these documents I have already uploaded. So I can ask AI, what are the type of leaves that are applicable to the company? So this comes from a leave policy. You can see the leaves mentioned in the document are privilege leave, casual leave, sick leave, maternity leave, and paternity leave. If I go here, I can find. So you can see here the power of AI in this is that what it has done is that it has pulled out from here, but this particular document has leaves and holidays, whereas it has filtered out holidays from there and taken the leave for me. And you can see that the national festival and holidays are eliminated from the answer. So that's how the AI is not just searching, it's actually understanding your documents and answering, right? And this is built in. All you have to do is that you have to upload your documents, and you'll have to add the required storage capacity and compute capacity to the cloud, right? So this is some of the example of where, like, you can do document searching, you can do document, like, if I go here and I can want to do a searching, I can just say that leave policy. So it is not going to give me a page full of information. It is going to pinpoint searching, it will do. This is your leave policy. Okay. And you can, like, what you can do is that these are all, I have downloaded this information from internet. So these are not like anything which is, these are all dummy data. So yeah, so there is a lot of questions, like, you can ask many tricky questions also. For example, you can ask questions like, let's say that, what should be the, suppose you have got a SOP, and in the SOP you want to ask a very specific question. So you can do those kind of thing also. For example, this is a very specific question: what should be the pressure gauge of the HEPA filter during material dispensing? Okay, I can ask, write pinpointed question to any document, and this is not it. This can be done on any documents, which is, as long as it is in PDF or a text or a Word format. This is perfectly fine. You can say the pressure gauge of HEPA should be 8 to 16 mm of water gauge. Okay. So if I go here, I'll have to search where the HEPA filter parameter is specified. But then you can see here 8 to 16 mm of water gauge. All right. So it's kind of gives me a very it's probably the same thing, like what same technology, same method of working, like what Google is doing with the public document, and it is available to private document. The most important part is that in this it will automatically by default applying the user rights while it is doing. You can link the documents, like, like today also, if you are using attachment in our system, those of you, So you can link, like saying that, okay, on this transaction in employee master, I can do this attachment. On this, I can do this attachment. So if I have access to that particular option, then only that document throws up for me. Suppose I don't have access to SOP, it will not give me access to the SOP. So this is two of our use cases. Though we have merged them into one screen, actually there are two different engine working in the background. There are two different capability. Question answering is a completely different AI model, and searching is a completely different AI model. So this not just does a content search, intelligent content search, it also gives you intelligent answer based on your document. So this is, so why we have been extending this to the documents is because, like, document, if you have AI, your ERP is not very far from the document. There's another feature that probably some of you have already seen, but we have enhanced it completely in this. So let's see some of these vision assistant enhancements that we have done. Earlier, if you remember, if you have to ask a question, you have to either know the question or you could select the question from here, like the intents from here. So that's not required anymore. So what you can do in this is that, for example, you can go and ask again, like, the earlier example, that a use case that I talked about, it was giving a search on the document content. Now it is going to give you search on your transactional data, right? You can ask question answer on your transactional data. Okay, let's say that I ask this question, what is the, can you all see the screen? It's a little tiny actually. Can somebody please unmute and confirm to me?
Yeah, it's
Nile,
visible.
okay. So how much is the sales done between 1st January 2023 to 12th December 2023? If I do this question, I enter it. So from this sentence, it understands that I want to know sales. It understands that I want to know from this 1st January to 31st December, and it gives me the answer directly in this. Okay. I do not have to tell that, this is a date. I can ask this question differently also. It doesn't have to be, but it depends on, like, I have to give around 4 learning sample to it to know. If I give 4 sample of training, it can actually generate more than, 40 different ways of asking question. Okay. And this is, I will also talk about in a while, that this is actually, so what questions can be asked and what can be the possible answer, that also is definable in the system, right? So this is a question that I asked. Let's say I want to ask another kind of question, saying that it is not just that it can understand dates, it can understand also your products. So if you go here, it shows me that it identified that how much sales done from first to between two date, and from the sentence, can you see my cursor mouse over, from the sentence, it picked up from date and to date, and it replaced with the question, went to the system, processed the answer for this particular date, and it gave me the result, right? So I can again ask a different kind of question. Suppose, say, I can say, what is the stock of a particular item? I have taken a very dummy item, peanut. So this was a demo I was doing for a food company, so they were making chicky. So what is the stock of item peanut? If I enter, so it understands this peanut is actually a product code. Okay. So from the description, it went and figured out that peanut product code is CHKRM0003. Okay. And it also identified that this is to give me stock, and it gives me this site has got 1500, and the other side, the PR002, has got 2000 quantity of stock. So this is understanding of, and I did not have to give any hint or any kind of information. So it all has to do is that it can identify multiple values from this chat. So second, another example, that what is the receivable of, what is the receivable, or suppose a receivable is a question I have already trained up. So I can say here outstanding, or I don't have to say, I can say any other creative manner, from customer per pharmacy. All right, it gives me, it understood that Park Pharmacy WBT001 is the code, and it gave me the outstanding of this, total outstanding, overdue, unadjusted credit, net outstanding. Right. So these are some of the use cases, but if you are on Vision, you can go here and see all the predefined queries that we have defined comes here. So module wise it shows. So in purchase, so I'll actually, we have taken this to one more level. So another level, what I mean by that is that I can not just ask question and get answer. I can also, in this, I can also do a end-to-end transaction in this. Here I am saying that create a order from this customer for this item for this quantity. Yeah, it created the transaction. I click on this transaction link, it opens the transaction and shows me. All right. I can say here it's taken from Ranveer Singh as a customer, and I can go here and see that the product is appearing peanut chicky and quantity is 20. So it does understand that, but this is something the creating transaction. So if you go here, like, you can see here, like, this is not that you can enter, you must enter that in a statement like form. You can actually say here also apply for a PL. It says that from which date you want. Okay, so I can say that I want it from the 4th and to which date. I can say that I want from 4th to 5th, and I can say reason is holiday. So the transaction is saved here, and I can go here and click. See here, this so many, so this form is automatically filled up. So I don't have to, like, what I mean by showing you all this is that in future, probably from 1 year from now, all the forms will go away. Okay, so all you have to do is that you have got a unified interface from where you can operate it, and imagine how easy it is going to be for the users, because they don't have to remember any code, they don't have to use any kind of pop-up list of values and select the item, search for the item. They just put the name and system seamlessly understand. So this is another trend, like, it is going to heavily dominate this space. This also allows me to, like, I can go here and I can select this. I can say that in general ledger, I can say what is the balance of this, or these are all questions. This you can see even in your current application, and it will show you this. All right, these are all the questions which are available. So the point that I was trying to say is that this is not just a form of asking question and getting answer. This also is a form of creating new transactions from here. Yeah. So there is another project. This most of you must have seen already. So what you can do is that, for example, these are all the documents that we receive from the, like, typically the orders that are received, right? You can see here this. So what we have done in this is that we have significantly enhanced the accuracy of this. We are close to more than 99% accuracy with this. So once I see this, this is the order I have received. And if I want to import this order into the system, all I have to do is that click on this button. It processes this order and it imports it. So this entire order can be imported in one click. So it practically saves 15 to 20 minutes of data entry. And whichever is the format. So this is one of the format. Let's see, there is another format. This is a very interesting format. You can see here, this has come in an email form. Okay, you supply this medicine and it writes down some of this product here, and below also it gives you some additional products, 3 products it writes below in the summary, okay, that need to be done urgently. All right, so what I can do is that if the AI can process this also instantly, and as I said that 99%, 9% accuracy, some of the cases this happens that it is not able to understand this particular product. So all the user has to do is that he has to select this product from the list. And once he selects this product from the list, so the next time this automatically detects this product, he doesn't have to do it again. And in a matter of 3 to 4 months time, our experience has been that it can achieve 100% accuracy, close to 100% accuracy, because some customer may give still in a very different thing, or some customer sometimes give a discontinued product. So those still need to be handled, but the data entry can be completely eliminated. So this is another use case which we are currently rolling out to some of our customers at this point of time. And this is a feature generally available in Proteus Vision. So what I mean by generally available is that it is available to use for everyone, just that you will have to connect with will have to kind of subscribe to a AI storage model and AI index model. So these two hardware that need to be subscribed to, because AI requires specialized and different hardware. So those hardware, once you subscribe, it can be used as it is. So there is anything that I am showing here is not a add-on product. These are all part of the ERP. So this is on the about the eliminating data entry feature, and AI feature in analytics is something that I would like to show you. So those of you who are using our business intelligence, so it is not that AI we are using or innovating only in a specific area. So we are using AI in other than in all aspect, like in data entry, in importing data from documents, making your document intelligent. We also have this embedded this in the business intelligence tool. So what I can do in this is that I can go into this business intelligence tool, and I'll import a airline sentiment data from a public domain. So this I'm connecting from an in-memory engine, and I am getting into a public domain in-memory data engine, and where I have already downloaded this airline sentiments data, and I'm taking just 20 of them for just for sample purpose. And all I have to do is that let us see this data. So it has got feedback given by the customers. Okay. Now, if this feedbacks that I have received from the customer, I would like to do a sentiment analytics. Like, I don't want to read each of this feedback that I have got from the customer on this public website and on this website and individually say, what to do. I can actually do the sentiment analytics engine, AI engine inside this. So I can go here, add a calculation called sentiments. I want to calculate the sentiment, and I'll define here that it is a local AI function, right? And here the model scope is a my enterprise model, not a global model. And here I can select this sentiment analytics, and I can say on which column it need to be done. So I'll select this. The column name is text here, and I'll select the model name sentiment model. All right. So this requires a half a day to understand what it means, but essentially you give certain parameter, and all you have to do is that you take this calculation. It is created. So it'll takes a while to do the processing, because it is right now it is going to evaluate this data. So, yeah. So what I'll have to do is that I'll have to eliminate this and say that no, it is not required to be done. I select none, and then I select that this is a character type because it didn't process it. So I give further input to it. Yeah. Here you can see here. This is a negative sentiment. This is a positive sentiment. This is a negative sentiment. And this again, like the accuracy depends on the training of the data. So as in whatever training data you give, it is based on that, it is going to generate this sentiment, and you can process this and save it to some analytics for further use. You can use this in some other analytics engine. Right? This is a function. This is a AI function which is happening on your cloud server. So this is not going to any public data or anything. It is all your trained data. It is your trained output. So it gives me sentiment analytics. I can also use third-party data for doing AI. So for example, there are hundreds of AI REST services available as of today in the market. So one such example, which is very common, I'll give an example. Suppose if this text is in English, I want to translate this text to Hindi. So all I'll do is that I can say in Hindi, I'll use a column. Okay. So function type is a cloud AI function. So this is not my AI function. So this is a AI function which is provided by Google. So I say that Google say I have subscribed only to the translate. So it gives me translate. You can use OpenAI functions. You can use Microsoft Azure functions. All of these functions you can use. I want to translate the text column, and I want to translate into Hindi. All right. So I can say here it is Hindi, and then I say done. So I type this, bring this in Hindi column into this space. I go into this and I say that these functions are not applicable, and this is a text data. All right. Once I do this, It takes, because it is a cloud function, for every the data it takes to the cloud and it processes and it brings in. You can see, can you see here? It is translated, not just transliterated, actually it has converted the entire thing into English. So this is not our AI function. This is a publicly available cloud function from Google. But this is an example that the BI tool can use local AI function, which is sentiments, and it can also use cloud AI function by using translation. Or you can say that, there are a lot of cloud functions. For example, forecasting cloud functions are available. For example, cloud functions are available for doing image processing. So there are a lot of things that are available which can be used, which is available on the cloud. So this is what we have done so far, and it is available in the product. And what we are quickly, what we'll do is that we'll look at some of the trends that are happening. So next thing that we are working currently, this is something we have done so far. We are fine tuning it so that the error doesn't come during usage, or it understands the sentence more smarter manner. So I mean, it's this the I mean, the harsh reality of AI is that AI is only get accuracy when people use it. Like, that's it. That is why most of these AI companies are trying to make people use them as much as possible. So so since it is enterprise data, since it is not public data, this accuracy can only be increased if you use it. Your accuracy will increase. If somebody else's usage will not going to enhance your accuracy. So that's something which is the reality of this. The accuracy is 99% accuracy is near reality. It is possible. We are working on, we and many other companies, like everybody, like those who have recently heard in the news that Google has released something called a multimodal AI, in which it can process voice, location, images, videos, and in a unified manner. Cost of training is reducing rapidly. Last year, what we had paid for or spent on doing the AI training, today the same training we are doing in 50% of the cost. So, and it is rapidly happening. So this document import that I shown from the sales order, we are working on this to, from supplier quotation to purchase order, from supplier invoice to purchase receipt, sales return claim processing, stock and sales statement, bank statement, visiting card to business partner master, supplier bill to expense booking. So all of these we are at this point of time in work in progress. We didn't want to expand it to so many transactions because we wanted to achieve the accuracy and then expand to other transactions. So in sales order, we have got more than 98%, 99% accuracy. So we are looking at expanding it now to other transactions. From within 3 months from now, we will have all these features released in the vision. This is another multimodal method we are working on. So currently what you have to do to extract the data, you have to go to the data comes in email, you have to extract the email, and then you have to upload the data into the document as a PDF, and then only the AI works. So what we are doing is that we are taking it one step behind. So we will put a agent, the Proteus Vision agent inside the emailing component, and as soon as the email received, and if you open the email, along with the email, it will also open your transaction screen on the right side, and the data will get automatically extracted. This is something that we are working on. I'm sure many other ERP companies would be working, but this is the direction in which the ERP is going. So this is how the experience is going to be in near future. And it is not that, this is, see, this used to happen, like, in even we had a module in which you can directly link the email to the transaction, but here you can see that the accuracy is much higher. This is actually a screenshot from the application that we are currently in beta. All right, this is another multimodal interface that we are working on, is that your supplier can WhatsApp you their invoice, and it will automatically reflect, it will get extracted and automatically reflect, get attached to the PO and automatically reflected. So this is again one area we are working on. And this is how, once he uploads it, this is how it would be visible on your screen. On the left hand side, the screen appears, the same principle in which the sales order was coming. And on the right hand side, you see the document preview itself. Right? This is something that we are working, handwritten document. All right, I'll show you something. I shown, some of these things that do not work also I can show you. So here, this can actually process handwritten also. but the accuracy is really bad. It's like something which is completely unusable accuracy. You can see here, right? It does try to extract the data, but this is really badly written and badly translated. So at this point of time, we are trying to experiment with this, saying that extract the data and mark somewhere where you are doubtful. So these asterisk marks are doubtful extraction. So we are trying to see, even in this kind of cases, we can save some time. All right. So if you look at the other one, probably handwritten one, this is a prescription actually. So when we have taken it and converted to a transaction. So here you can see that the accuracy is there to some extent, but this is something that is work in progress. We are training the model. We are trying to use a multimodal techniques. We are changing the different techniques and trying to see what works. So our objective is that maybe in a 6 months time, we will be able to handle this kind of handwritten document also. See, if you look at, it's fairly accurate. Like, it is completely not inaccurate. Just that the last product it got wrong. Septum it could not identify. So it identified that as some ice cream or something. I don't know. So, no,
A question here. Does it identify the name and correlate with your item code?
yes, it is doing that. Did you not notice that? See here. This is the code. This is the item code in the left hand side. It is
No, the
identifying
description. I meant the description. Even the
yeah,
description
it
is
took the description from here. You
okay.
can see here this description. It took this description and identified the code from here. Yeah.
No, but what if your name is different than what the vendor is writing?
Yes, still it understands.
It understands. Okay.
Yeah. So that is why it is called a it's like it is a mix of NLP, and it's a mix of, like, here you can see here it's saying augmenting dry syrup due 30, but the actual your description is augmenting due 1 into 30 ml. Your description is different from his description.
Right.
Still it identified that it is the same product.
Sure.
So how it works is that it's very simple actually. What we do is that we upload these orders of past into the system, okay, and system you have already done order entry. So from there it creates a learning. When customer says this description, which one is your code, from there it creates the correlation. Okay. So so this is about so yeah, this is something we haven't succeeded, but we are working hard, and I'm quite confident that we will succeed very soon. Okay, this is something we should be able to. Right side one we will be able to do 100%. Left side one we will not be able to do. I mean, best is that 70% accuracy. Okay, this is another engine that we are working on. This is probably a year down the line. So what you can do is that right now, for example, we are doing this conversation, okay, and I am recording this conversation, this entire the the webinar is getting recorded. So what we want to do is that we are creating a processing model, in which we will be able to give this audio video data, and system able to identify, and it is going to push to my CRM. I have a customer demo, so all the question answer can be extracted from there. So this is little far. We are at an early stage. Currently we are trying to understand the Indian accent and make sense out of that. We still have a bit of time for this, because the way we speak, like like those classic jokes saying that I love chickens, it does not mean I really love it. It's like chicken. It is like you are talking about a food. So understanding that kind of thing is going to still take some time, but this is a multimodal experiment that we are running right now. Hopefully within a year's time we will have this. So you go to a meeting with a customer and you record the customer video call or a audio conferencing call, and you push that to the AI engine, and AI engine will summarize that for you, and if required it will create CRM entry, or it will create orders, or all those kind of things. So this is one of the multimodal experience that we are right now working on. There is another aspect that we are also working on, is that we are using, like, as I said, that we are using AI for doing development. So even now also you can go to AI and give a give a query and it creates an SQL for you. So we are trying to extend that. We want to be able to generate validations, logic, business rules, and processing logic all through the AI. So our estimate is that in sometime in next near future, we'll be able to reduce the customization and development cost by 50% using AI. And we see it is quite possible. This is something which not for our customers, but for us. So yes, in a way, it benefits the customer. Those of our customer want to use, make something custom or develop something custom, the cost will be significantly reduced just because we will be using AI. So we will pass on the benefit to the customers as well. So that's what we are looking for in the future, and that is how the ERPs can be using AI in a very briefly. And now, yeah, I'll be happy to answer if you have any question. Please unmute yourself and ask the question if you have any.
Yeah, Kandarp, so this is first session no, regarding this actually subject.
Yeah, this is one of the first sessions on this subject.
Yeah,
But we
so
have been doing this last three. Actually, we have been using or trying to do this to use AI since 2014. So that has been a long time. Actually, we have been working hard to make these things possible. Today, also, I would say that it is not 100%, but we are there 85%.
so
Uh,
what we have gone through today actually. So this is nothing but a search engine for private library as well as public cloud, right?
the search engine asking question is like what Google does in the public document. That same thing you can do on your own document.
So I'm trying to figure out how we can use this. So DMS system is still required, or we
No,
are
so
going to.
there is a built-in DMS system. So what happens is that as soon as you do an attachment in the Proteus Vision, the data goes into a DMS system, which is Alfresco in this, which is open source document management system, and it goes into another document storage, which is artificial intelligence storage engine called Vector Engine. So the data goes into two storage. One is that it goes into a AI storage, and it goes into a classical document storage.
Okay, so that means we can replace this with a DMS system, right?
Yes, you don't need a DMS. You can replace.
Then user access rights is also required.
Yes.
So
Also, the user access rights, even while searching, the user access rights are applied. So user access rights can be defined in this, which document, which user has which rights to which folder, and the AI engine automatically respects that right that you have defined.
excellent, got it. Actually, up till this it is clear, but this creating sales order and transactions that is unbelievable. Anyway,
Thanks.
thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Any other question?
The question in search answer,
Yes, Jay.
in that, is there a sequence possible? Like I saw only one question you could ask at a time. Can you kind of continue the questions like you do in ChatGPT?
The continuation of the question is not there, Jay. No.
Okay.
Because continuation of the question, actually what happens is that suppose like you are saying that what is the SOP for doing cleaning, and then you can say who should do it. You are talking about that way?
Something like that. So we saw an example where
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I understood your point. It is there in the plan. It's not yet available.
Okay.
But we are working on doing continuations on the conversation.
But I agree with the person who was talking earlier that it is a good feature to have to automate. A lot of the data entries could be eliminated completely with this.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
is
good
what
idea.
is our idea. We are looking
Yeah.
at 6 months. We will have this entire data entry of purchase order. Like supplier sends you a quotation, you can directly create an order from there. You don't have to give one-to-one order.
Yeah, so the good part is usually we get all these quotations through email. So since it reads email text also, that would be a good thing. Yeah.
Yes, it can interpret the email text also. Yes.
Great. Okay.
हाय कंदप सर, अक्षय हियर फ्रॉम लॉर्ड हेल्थ केयर।
Hi, Akshay.
एक्चुअली मुझे ये पूछना था, जो कि आप एलिमिनेट करने की बात कर रहे थे डेटा एंट्री की। फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे कि सेल ऑर्डर है, किसी कस्टमर ने मुझे मेरा उसका परचेस ऑर्डर दिया है, तो वो अपने आप यहाँ पे अपने सेल ऑर्डर बन जाएगा।
Right.
लेकिन मेरे अपने सिस्टम को कैसे पता चलेगा कि अपने कुछ वन टाइम मैपिंग करना पड़ेगा क्या कि उसके यहाँ पे ये
नहीं,
हो सकते तो
आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा कि जो आपने पास्ट ऑर्डर एंट्री किए होंगे सिस्टम में,
यस,
ठीक है ना, तो वो ऑर्डर जो आपने एंट्री किए होंगे ना पास्ट में, उसके अगेंस्ट में जो सप्लायर, जो आपका कस्टमर ने पीओ दिया था पीडीएफ में या जो भी फॉर्मेट में, उसको आपको एआई इंजन को दे देना है कि ये ऑर्डर जो है ये पीडीएफ से बना है। आपको कोई ट्रेनिंग करने की जरूरत नहीं है, ये ऑटोमेटेड ट्रेनिंग है, ऑटोनोमस ट्रेनिंग है इस पे। तो आपको ऑर्डर में अटैच कर दोगे ना कि ये डॉक्यूमेंट है और ये आपका सोर्स डॉक्यूमेंट था, तो उसमें से सिस्टम ऑटोमेटिकली मैपिंग क्रिएट कर लेगा।
ओके, बट हाउ मेनी, मतलब कितना मुझे एग्जांपल्स वैसे ट्रेनिंग के लिए डालना पड़ेगा? क्योंकि
जितना
कुछ
ज्यादा डालो इतना अच्छा है। आप
अच्छा,
अगर आपको अगर 100% एक्यूरेसी चाहिए तो हर एक कस्टमर का 20-20 ऑर्डर डाल दोगे तो हो जाएगा।
ओके। आपने उसका शायद मैंने मिस आउट कर दिया क्या? उसका आपने ट्रेनिंग दिया था, आपने खाली डेटा दिखाया मुझे, आया एंट्री वो दिखाया।
हाँ, जो ट्रेनिंग प्रोसेस है ना उसके लिए स्क्रिप्ट लिखना पड़ता है, वो थोड़ा सा ऑफलाइन करना पड़ता है।
ओके, मतलब वो
ट्रेनिंग
आपके पे
ट्रेनिंग हाँ।
करेंगे।
हाँ, तो उसको क्या करना पड़ता है, आपको अटैच करना होगा जो ऑर्डर्स है, ठीक है। देन हम एक ट्रेनिंग प्रोसेस रन कर देंगे, उसको गाइडेड ट्रेनिंग कहते हैं। तो आपका वो
ओके,
ऑर्डर और उसका वो दोनों का लिंकेज हो जाएगा। देन आप जब नेक्स्ट
ओके,
ऑर्डर आप अपलोड करोगे तो सिस्टम अपने आप कर देगा। अगर आपको ट्रेनिंग नहीं करना है, सपोज आप बिल्कुल ट्रेनिंग नहीं करना चाहते हैं, देन ऑल्सो इट इज पॉसिबल। तो उसमें आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा कि अपलोड, आप ऑर्डर को अपलोड कर लो, फिर उसके बाद जब वो स्क्रीन अपीयर होगा तो स्क्रीन पे आप क्या कर सकते हैं कि कोड नहीं आएगा, ब्लैंक आएगा, आप वन टाइम कोड डाल दो, ठीक है। तो अगली बार वो सेम प्रोडक्ट आएगा तो सिस्टम ऑटोमेटिकली वो कोड समझ जाएगा।
समझ गया।
तो आप जैसे ऑन जॉब ट्रेनिंग है ना, आप एआई को भी ऑन जॉब ट्रेनिंग कर सकते हो।
समझ गया।
या
ओके, थैंक यू सर।
थैंक्स आई कांट हियर हिम, कैन यू?
Now, Ashutosh, can you unmute yourself?
या कैन यू प्लीज अनम्यूट? इज देयर एनी क्वेश्चन इन चैट?
No, there's no question. Ashutosh has raised his hand. So.
Yeah, Ashutosh, you have raised your hand. Do you want to ask any question? Ashutosh, you have to unmute yourself if you are talking. I can't hear you.
Any other question?
Okay, I think.
हेलो।
Yeah, Ashutosh, sorry.
हाँ जी,
Yeah.
नमस्कार सर।
नमस्कार।
एक्चुअली मैं आपका ये आज पहली बार सेशन ले रहा हूँ प्रोटियस
जी
का।
जी जी
तो मेरी समझ में आ गया है कि ये आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के साथ में काम करता है।
जी।
एक्चुअली इसका पूरा एक डेमो चाह रहा था कि आखिर कैसे ये वर्क करता है।
ठीक है, हम
स्टार्टिंग टू नाउ।
हाँ, ठीक है ठीक है, एक काम करते हैं, हम एक बार ऑफलाइन कनेक्ट करते हैं आपके साथ, और
जी।
आपको जो भी डेमो में देखना है, वी कैन गो स्टेप बाय स्टेप एंड शो यू एग्जैक्टली व्हाट यू वांट टू सी।
ओके ओके
Nila will get in touch with you and he will do
ओके
it.
ओके
Because see, this is just giving a showing of a capability and giving an overview. Like
Okay.
ultimately, like you have to take it much slower and much more detail and answer all your question. Then only you can see the use of it in real sense. But this is just an overview. Yeah.
ओके।
Thank you.
Next in line.
Who's there?
हाँ, बेनू जी unmute कर लीजिए ना।
डिटेल्स तो मेरे पास रहेगा।
बेनू, हाँ हाँ बेनू जी।
कोई नया रहेगा उसको डिटेल्स देगा। मीनू।
Hello.
Yeah, Shivan.
Yeah, hi. Shashi this side from Universal NutriScience Private Limited.
Yeah, hi, Shishi.
Hi. So we are using Proteus Vision for last 2 years. So
Yeah.
we also gone through the entire presentation, and it seems very good and very meaningful
Thank
in terms of future transactions and future vision. So we just want to understand as to how can we move ahead if we want to wish to implement this AI tool in our present ERP, basically.
So my suggestion is that there's 2-3 things that can be done very quickly. Okay.
Mhm.
And, since you are into supply chain, it will be much easier or much more beneficial for you to use this order import feature. So all you have to do is that what we can do is that share some 10-15 orders from your customer. Okay.
Okay.
So we will train the engine based on this order, and
Okay.
then from the same customer you get some new order, and we try it out live on your system. This is available. This feature is available right now on the version that you are using.
Okay.
So you can immediately use it and see it. So, but just give us some 15-20 orders. We'll train the system and we'll give you we'll show it to you. Those
Done.
of all our customers who are on using the cloud version, please let us know if you want to try this. All you have to do is that give us some 15-20 orders from 2-3 of your customers. We will train the engine and we will show you on your own order.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. Fair enough.
Sure.
Thank you.
TV, can you unmute?
Hello, sir. Myself Jitendra Verma, Gimatex. Sir, we also want a demo of the how payable voucher can be created from bills. So where TDS can be deducted at a right rate, or RCM, if GST RCM has to be done, then how can be done it through tax selection. So we want to demo of tax structure also from payable vouchers how to generate it.
Yeah. So what we'll do is that since you're you have been using for over 10 years, there will be there will be certain things that we'll have to look at slightly differently, because the data or the kind of information that your industry has is slightly different. So what we can do is that we can have a conference call with Pohekar ji and Prashant sometime, and we can explore, we'll give you a use case for this also. So we'll be more than happy to let you give use cases. We can discuss the use case that you want to do, and we can enable the feature on the product for this. Yeah, payable voucher is actually scheduled to be released in a month from now. Currently, we are doing only on the sales order at this point of time. Payable voucher for the supplier bill is due in a month. So by end of January, we will have this feature ready for payable voucher. Okay. So in the meantime, we can discuss it.
Yes, sir. I want to. We also like to have discuss on the chatbot, that facility you have provided, writing the query in chat box and answer. We want to certain queries also can be done for that. That also want to discuss with them.
Yes. So since your team is technical team you have, so there is a module in the vision system management in which you can define your own queries also. Right?
Okay.
So what we'll do is that those of you who would like to use this chatbot as a question answering, please send us an email to Nile, who can send
it to the support team.
Yeah, send it to the support team. We will arrange a training session on how you can create your own query using AI.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
So this is something which is available in your existing version also. Just that you need to train the AI engine, and you need to define the query.
Okay.
Yeah, Praveen, go ahead. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah.
हाँ कंदर सर मैं ही पूछ लेता हूँ आपको.
Yeah, Urmil wants to ask one question.
Okay.
Kandav sir, actually, I was discussing with our HR head. So basically, they were looking for like application tracking system. So what they are looking is, like, for example, they have hundreds or let's say 200 of resumes of the past employees, or let's say oncoming employees. Now, based on the resume, they want to search, like, for example, how many candidates are having experience, let's say, in HR for more than 8 years. Okay, like this, and based on that, the system will answer it out, and also that would be export in Excel format. Like if you are aware, in Yahoo we have that facility. Like, sorry, not in Yahoo, in our Naukri.com or something, that portal, like, wherein we search and the system itself provides all the data related to in Excel format. So would it be possible somewhere over here?
Yeah. So what we'll do is that, Urmil, you can just share some around 40-50 resume. Okay. If you are downloading Naukri or wherever you are downloading from, share the PDF file. Okay. So we'll train the engine, and we first do the question answering. So filtering is something, or exporting to Excel is something we will have to develop. But the question answering is definitely what I demonstrated can be applicable to resume also. You can say, based on the how many people of more than less than 35-year-old and knows Java, you can ask questions like this. So you can share some.
You can search through skills.
Yeah, you can search through skills. You can ask.
Through skills. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you can do that. So you can share some documents with us. So what we'll do is that we'll train the model and we'll have a demonstration. And exporting it to Excel is something which you will have to see, because that's something which is not available out of the box. But you can definitely do searching inside the skill set, or asking question related to, or you can ask any arbitrary question also. For example, you can say identify people who must have worked in Proteus Vision product, like that also. So that's something which is true, right? You can share some document with us. We'll do a POC. You can see how it is benefiting or no. Because see, AI is something which is trying it out to believing it. Like, everybody says that AI can do things, but when you do it yourself on your data, then only you will get saying that actual how you can benefit from it. So you can share some documents. We will do it. And any of you would like to try these features what I demonstrated today, so please let us reach out to, just send an email to support team. This is as per our discussion with Kandar. We would like to try this use case, and we will be happy to help you. Okay. Thanks all of you. Thanks for your time, and some of you joined the session in a very short notice. Thanks so much. And it was
Thank you.
talking to all of you, and look forward to talk very soon again, because it is changing every week. So we will. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks all of you.
Thank you, everyone.